and sisters, we'll start talking about a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with on IKS. We're going to have some private forums where it's just us, and we can get into it deeper, but not here. Okay? But for the brothers and sisters that that are listening to me through this radio program, that have listened to the broadcast and have heard me explain to you about a traditional shrine, one that I was explaining over the last couple of weeks. Look, I told you, and I'm being serious. Look, I gave you that information because there's some of you out there who truly need that. But look, if you want to deal with it, brothers and sisters, you're going to have to call me. You're going to have to start talking to me. You're going to have to start asking some questions. And look, ask it on air. It's fine. Certain stuff that we deal with in IKS, we're going to deal with in private forums. But some of this stuff that I'm discussing here, ask. Because look, I told you how to do some of these spiritual things. Certain things may start happening to you. Certain things may start happening. Look, let me tell you something. You don't go to your people, talk to them, and then start ignoring them. Look, let me explain this to you, brothers and sisters. We talked about our ancestral studies. We talk about indigenous knowledge. We talk about connecting with the ancestors. We are going to have to learn as brothers and sisters to start dealing with certain protocol and start dealing with proper etiquette when it comes to, dealing with these things. We have to almost even relearn. No. We have to relearn a lot of these things because we don't know how to properly function in these settings. Look, for brothers and sisters that are taking the time to do these shrines and are calling on your grandmothers, calling on your grandfathers, calling on your uncles and so forth that existed within your bloodline that no longer exists physical, look, you don't start calling on these names and stuff like that and then start ignoring them. You don't call them to you and start saying, Uncle Freddie, I need your help because, things aren't going right, da-da-da-da, and then forget about him for 2 or 3 weeks. Because they may start doing certain things to get your attention, to let you know, like, look, I'm here. What would you want me to do for you? How can I help you? Or, I'm here, now why are you ignoring me? Listen, and this is something that's real here, okay? Look, these things are like electricity, like sticking your hand in an electrical socket. It's like when you reach out and touch it not only, you don't actually necessarily just touch it, it also reaches out and it grabs you as well. There's a connection that's made. Look, the things that we're dealing with here and the sciences that we're going to deal with in the future are far greater than the esoteric BS and fluff that you'll find in a lot of these books. This is what brothers and sisters have really been looking for. Look, IKS and these different elders and so forth that we have put together, that we're helping you, that are creating these different curriculums and so forth, they want me to tell you. And you go on the website, some of them are talking. I have them on there explaining certain things to you. This IKS and this stuff, these are for brothers and sisters that are looking for real powers, real knowledge, real protection. But we're not looking for foolishness. We're not looking for brothers and sisters that are trying to cause confusion and that are trying to harm and hurt others. So just like the brother Apeto, just like the elder, the Naba, Apeto on the line, on the video, on the site, he said, so for those brothers and sisters that are in the circle, that want to hurt and try to harm, you better step off the circle. I'm telling brothers and sisters out there, these things are real, and we're going to deal with these things. So don't worry, sister. Look, some of these spiritual masks that we're going to deal with. You look on the site. Some of these things that we're going to deal with in the lessons and so forth. They're going to clear. They're going to explain these things. But I want brothers and sisters to start asking questions. You guys are graduating from, look, the fact that you're listening to this show, the fact that you're listening to this information, you are graduating from one level to the next. You are in the right place at the right time. You are exactly where you were supposed to be. You would not be here if you weren't supposed to get this information. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So Now is the time to become active. Don't just listen to me speak. Start becoming active, start getting involved, start asking questions so that we can start dealing with these things so that we can clear up all of these issues.
Okay.
So, sister, email me. We're going to talk.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to. Let's go ahead and go to the. Let's see. We have some more people on the line. 664, you're on the air. What is your name and what is your question? 646, you're on the air. What is your name and what is your question?
Can you hear me, brother?
I can hear you.
Yes, this is Shango.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. I have a question. It's regarding a friend of mine.
Okay.
She had a reading done, and she was told that she has an issue with some entities that are disturbing her when she's sleeping, and that she would need to get some work done.
Okay.
I guess my question is: Are you familiar with any such thing, and what kind of work she may need to get done?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so. I'm using like broken English here, but it's so plenty. There's so much that can be done in those type of situations. I would sit here for 2 days and just talk, and to no end. There's so many things that can be done. There's a lot of different things that can be done. And that's very, very common. And there are a lot of different things. Do me a favor, brother. Put your phone on mute. There's a lot of things that can be done in that situation. Look, let me tell you something that's really common that we use in the indigenous community. That is very simple, but it doesn't even require, a lot of these elders. Look, I'm not trying to down these other brothers and sisters. Listen, I know that this is the livelihood of a lot of people, so I'm not trying to step on toes. Do you understand? So I'm not trying to tell this sister that she doesn't have to go to whoever she's going and do all of these things, because I'm not trying to step on toes. But what I am saying is that some of these things can be taken care of very simply, and it doesn't involve paying thousands of dollars, going to a person, having them do all this elaborate BS. I'm not saying, not BS, but all these elaborate things that can be, taken care of very simply. And let me give you an example. There's spirits. I have one on the IKS site. See, people don't understand what these things are. But now I'll explain what some of these things are so that we can start dealing with this. You look on the products. You look on the spiritual tools. And I have something that's called family protection. I call it family protection, but it's more than that. Do you understand? Look, there's things that you can put in your front door. Simple, very simple. You can place it at your front door. And what it does is it won't allow spirits that pester and bother you to come in. The second you come into your home, those spirits will check. It's kind of like a bouncer who's at the club. You walk in through the rope. You're like, hey, how you doing? He lets you in, and then he puts that rope in, and the people that were behind you are like, hey, hold on a second, I'm with them. And they're like, no. It's that simple. You could put some of those things on your front door. They can't come in. Matter of fact, even if a person physically who is against you, and you don't even know about it, and they have negative thoughts in their mind, they will not be able to come into your house. And even if it's a person who comes into your house and then they begin to have those thoughts that may be bad against you or whatever, it will kick them out of your house. Look, there are things that you can put, and I'm not even talking about elaborate rituals. I'm not talking about all this elaborate stuff. You have to go do this and get it done. No. I'm just talking about simple things. I'm telling you, there's things that you can take, you can put them underneath your pillow. There's things that you can put next to your bed that won't allow those things to come to you. Look, I was talking to that sister about things coming.